Stacy's Jewelry and Crafts. Today I'm going to make some soap and show you how it's made. Very easy. Now this is MP soap, which is melt and pour, so it's not really hard. I also make CP soap in the crock pot, but today I'm just going to show you how to make melt and pour soap. And it's basically what you hear, melt and pour. I get this from Michael's. We have a lot of different varieties. This is actually lavender glycerin soap. So let's get started. I just got a new box in today, so I'm going to open it with a butcher knife, because this was right here. Oh, you know what? May not even need that. It does not. I'm tripping. Okay. I'll use this to open it like that. I'm actually going to make some individual soaps. Now, I'm going to use these two molds. I have this mold, and I have another mold. Did I bring another mold in here? No. I'm going to use that mold, and then I'm going to use these. Okay? And these are just wax melt containers. I was out of them. I thought I had some, but I guess I ran out. And I'm going to make travel soaps. So I'm going to put 6 soaps in each one. And label them as samples, travel soaps, what have you. Sometimes I give away testers just to show how great my soaps are. Alright. So, let me show you. With this one right here, as you can see, they're flowers, and they will come out like this. When I make it, it'll come out just like that. Well, depending on what color I make it. So today, for this video, I only brought out purple, which, because this is white, will be pink, and yellow. I don't know what yellow and white makes, so we'll find out together. I have some castor oil. If you put castor oil in your soap, it makes it bubbly, okay? So I just put a little. I have some more lavender. I have some Castile Soap. I'm just going to put a little of that in there. I think I told you I had rose water. And then I have some black raspberry vanilla fragrance that smells really good. So, we're going to get started. I'm going to put something down. I should have got some kind of wax paper or something. Let me move my scale out the way. Because I don't like working directly on the counter. As you can see, I have a tiny little kitchen. It's funny because this is a huge apartment. It's like 1,300 square feet. But it's like the kitchen was an afterthought, which is perfect for me because I don't cook hardly ever anymore. When my kids were little, I cooked. I don't cook hardly that much anymore, so it's perfect, except for when I want to do these crafts in the kitchen. I don't have much room. Alright, but it's enough room. So basically, I need to find something to melt my soap in. And I think I'm just going to use a cup since I'm not making that much. I buy lots of cups like this and like this. And I use them for something. Alright, so let's get started. This is such a fun craft to do. And Mother's Day is coming up, so soap is always a good choice for people to make. I'm going to put one more paper towel down. I am a paper towel person. I probably could go without food. As long as I got my paper towel and my Pepsi, I'm okay. I go through a lot of paper towels and toilet paper because I use them both for everything. Alright. I will use toilet paper to wipe my dog eyes because he gets a lot of runny stuff. I don't know if you can see him. He's down here, so he won't be barking today because I let him come out while I'm working. Now I do need a knife for this because this is kind of hard to cut. Let me move this out the way. Now my cat's in the picture too. They just want to be wherever I am, I guess. So I'm going to cut this, and hopefully I don't cut my arm off. Hopefully if I do, somebody will call 911 for me. But so I'm going to cut this. And I do have a soap cutter somewhere. I have a couple of them actually. But like I said, I hadn't made soap in so long, and then all of a sudden people start asking me to make soap. So I have to figure out when I moved, and all I did was move from downstairs to upstairs. I had a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment, and I just ran out of room. So I moved to a 2-bedroom with den apartment. So it came with like 400 extra square feet, which was perfect for me. All right, I think it's cut. Let's do it one more time to be sure. There we go. That's probably all we're gonna need for this video. So I'll put the rest back in the container. Which way does it go? This way or this way? We're gonna put it that way because it fits a lot easier. And then we're gonna put this up somewhere. My cat will come over and say hello, and then her hair will be everywhere, so I don't like that. So I'm gonna put a little in there and a little in this one. And I'm doing 2 different cups only because I'm doing 2 different colors. If I was doing all one color, then I would do just 1 cup. All right, I'm gonna put this in the microwave for about 40 seconds. All right, I could actually have put both of those in there together, but I want to work with one at a time because you only have so much time before it starts solidifying again. So it's going to melt all the way down. And while it's liquid, I can add anything I want to it. Okay. All right. It takes about 15-20 minutes for it to kind of set and solidify. But once it's done, you can use it right away. You don't have to wait for it to cure. Let's see if it's ready. Yeah. I think I'm going to check real quick for chunks and make sure. Nope, no chunks. All right. So as you can see, I don't know if you can see, but it's all the way liquid and white. So I'm going to decide what I want to go in there. And probably I'm going to put my black raspberry vanilla. I love that smell. It smells so good. So I'm just going to put a little of that in there because it already has the soap. This soap came already with lavender, so I don't really need much. And that does turn it a little yellow. So I really should have gloves on because this stuff leaks. I'm going to put the purple in there, which is going to turn it pink. Because of course we know purple and white makes pink. Alright, so as you can see, it's already turned pink. Alright. Now, I think I'm going to put a little more. I guess, let's see what else we can put in there first. Oh, we got to put the castor oil in there. And I put about a teaspoon in there, that's it. And I could measure, I have a teaspoon right here. I could measure, I usually don't measure because I've been doing it for so long, I know how much goes in there. But there's a teaspoon, and that's gonna just make it real bubbly, okay? So now we got the pink color, we got the lavender already in there. And I'm gonna put a little rose water in there, just a little bit, give it another little smell, just a drop. You don't want to put too much in this already made soap. Let's see what else I got. I'll try some of this Castile Soap. Just a little bit of that in there, a couple drips. This is something I got. This makes good toothpaste for a teeth whitener. I saw online how to make it, and I made it. And it makes, you blend it up in the blender. It makes like a foam, and you put it on your teeth. And it doesn't taste bad. You mix it with a couple other things, and it's supposed to whiten your teeth. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pour this into my Dixie cup so that I'm going to do this first. I'm going to do the little container. So I'm going to, that's not quite mixed up. I still see some white. All right. I'm going to pour this in here over the sink so that if it spills right in the sink. It's a little warm. And then I'm going to just pour it. I'm not going to pour it like I do a wax melt where it goes all over the top. I'm going to try to stay in each individual square, so that, like, if somebody want to use one, they can just pop one out. You don't have to use them all and try to break them. Like you're on vacation, you don't have to break it like it's chocolate. All right, so there we go. That will set in about 10 or 15 minutes. And then I think with the rest, I'm only going to do one pink one of those. I'm going to add a little more soap. And then I'm going to fill up, yeah, this one. I'm going to fill up one of those big flowers, so I need more. This time I'm going to put it on 55 seconds. All right. Hope everybody's having a nice Sunday. I've already made another shirt like I made yesterday. This one just said Nike and it had the swoosh. It's really cute. I think I put it on my stories. I'm going to make I'm making some earrings right now. I had to think about it. I was waiting for the heat press to heat up. I'm like, did I do those earrings? No, I haven't. I've made them, but I haven't closed the heat press on them yet. And then I got to do the other side. So they're going to be some floral earrings and a keychain to match. And then later on, I'm going to make me a pair of earrings to go with the shirt I made yesterday so I can wear it to work tomorrow. So they're probably going to be blue and white earrings. I haven't decided what exactly I'm going to do, but I know it's going to be resin, but I don't know exactly the design yet. I have to think about it for a while. So as you can see, I don't have a lot of space over here, and I got this here in case my phone falls off the stand because it's hovering above the sink, and I would hate to break my phone. All right. So let me get the old soap out of here. I have so many molds. I do. I am a mold fanatic. You know, people collect different things. I collect molds. And because I have 3 crafts that use molds, I have soap, I have candles, and resin. I have little bitty molds all the way up to great big molds. I even have molds to make tables. I mean, like a serving tray. I have molds to make like lights, bulbs, all kind of stuff, containers. I even have one that make a lotion pump bottle. I made that about 3 or 4 months ago. It was so cute. I think I heard it beep. Let's see how we're doing. Gotta check for chunks because sometimes it looks like it's all done, and then when you stir around in it, it's got chunks in it. Yep, it's got a little chunk in there, but it's so small that I should be able to stir it around and it will come out. It's getting smaller and smaller because it's so hot. Yeah, I may just take that out and put it in this little cup. That way I can use it later. Now, I think I have enough in there since, oh, it smells so good. So I'm going to actually, I think I'm going to use another cup. It's just so much easier to pour in these cups than it is to pour, straight. So I'm going to do that. Oh, I forgot one little step. I'll do it in a second. Okay. I kind of overflowed that, but that's okay. When you're doing CP soap, you have to spray it with alcohol to avoid bubbles. I forgot to do that. It's okay, it hasn't set yet. I keep a bottle of alcohol right there, rubbing alcohol, and that keeps the bubbles from forming. I actually put too much in here, so I'm gonna scoop some of this into another one. That's much better. See if I can pour this without making a mess. We'll have two. And then, which one do I think I'll do this one too. And this will be a little sample. I always try to do a sample, a little tiny one, so that I can test it. And I know whether, it's gonna lather real well. And if it doesn't, I can just melt it back down, add a little more castor oil to it, and do it again. So, when you're doing MP soap, you can use it right away. But when you cook soap, CP soap on a crock pot or on the stove, however you do it, you have to let it cure. Otherwise, it'll just melt as you use it. This one, they've already done that for us. So, real soapers sometimes do not call this real soap making, but I do. I like them both. They both have their advantages and disadvantages. Like if somebody wants some soap all of a sudden for a wedding this Saturday, I couldn't make the CP soap because, I could, but it would look bad on my business because the people would go to use it and it would just start melting away. So I would go and buy this. And I forgot to tell you the price. That soap even is not very cheap. So that container that I showed you from Michael's is about 30 bucks, and you could probably get about, I'm gonna say 2, 4, 6. You probably could get about 3 of these. So that's 18 bars of soap from it. But so it's not cheap. So if you're selling soap, that's why you have, and then that doesn't even include the stuff you add into it, or your labor or anything like that. So soaping is not cheap. And sometimes people ask me to make soap and they want, $2 or $3 a bar, and I'm like, okay, I'll do it depending on who it is, if it's a friend or something. But you can't really make money off of that. You're just really getting your costs back. And that's fine, because the more you're out there, the more people can, smell your soaps and stuff, and then their friends will want some, and so you end up making money in the long run. But yeah. So the next one I'm going to make, I'm going to put some, what is it, shea butter, and I think I have some cocoa butter too somewhere around here. Oh, and I also have some pink sea salt. Can put that in there. Where is my cocoa butter? I know I have some. I think I took everything and put it up, so I'm not gonna worry about the cocoa butter. Unless it's over here. Let me check. Cocoa butter, where are you? Alright. I also had a few vitamin E tablets out here. I'm gonna open those up. Let me heat this up for about, and this is gonna be the other one for here, about 35 seconds. And then I'm gonna put different stuff in this one. This would be a fun, afternoon activity, especially if you have little kids and they want to do something. Get some cool shapes, Hello Kitty shapes, animal shapes, all kinds of stuff, and just make little soaps. And then the way I package them, I have heat bags where you take a heat gun and you heat it up, and then it surrounds the bag. Yeah, what you call that? There's a name. Shrink wrap. Yeah, I usually shrink wrap. Now, one thing about this soap, you have to cover it. I'll show you in a second. See if this is all done. I think so. So here's one that I've already heat wrapped. And so I just put it in the bag and then put the heat gun on it, and then it shrinks down to the soap. CP soap, you can leave out for 100 years probably, maybe not 100, but nothing's gonna happen. But this soap will start getting like little snow, look like snow all over it. It's nothing wrong with it, but it just doesn't look pleasing to the eye. So once you make it, it can sit out for a couple hours, but you need to cover it immediately. All right, what am I doing? Okay, so this one, oops, we got some chunks in there. So I'm gonna put that back in. It's not quite ready. I'm gonna put it in for about 22 seconds. All right, this one is it's still liquid, but it's getting there. This one is almost hard. I put them in there at the same time, but this is what you call it, silicone, so it may work a little differently. So what am I going to put in this soap? I don't know yet. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna move this out the way for just a second. Hope it doesn't fall. I just have to get a new one. Okay, I don't want that spoon because it's got pink on it. Wow, and now that one has pink on it. Other thing I like besides paper towels and toilet paper and Pepsi is plastic. I love styrofoam plates and plastic spoons and forks. Could not live without it. So, okay, so for this one, I'm going to use the yellow. So it's a different color. I don't think I've ever used this. It has the seal. Oh, it's broken. Whoa, didn't mean to put that much in there. Okay, so this one's going to be yellow. You can see, I don't know if you can see that or not. That one's yellow. It smells like lavender because the lavender was already in there. A little castor oil in there. Okay. That'll give it nice and bubbly. Oh, you know another thing I forgot. I don't have to put in there, but I love putting sugar in my soap. Oh, that makes it really nice. That also makes it lather real good and kind of scrubby effect. And it won't go bad or anything just because the sugar is in there. Most of my soaps have sugar, but I forgot to put it in that one. That's okay. Okay, and then I'm gonna put a little shea butter in this one. Okay, time to get a new spoon. All right, so I'm going to, if this didn't have foil on it, I will put this right in the microwave, but I'm only using a little, so hopefully it'll just melt without me having to put it in the microwave. I'll just use both spoons. It's so hot, it should just melt. So we got a little shea butter. See how that smells? Yep. It smells like, I think I'll keep this one lavender. So let me add a little more lavender. I'm not going to put any black raspberry vanilla in this one. I just want it to stay lavender. Alright. What else can I add to this one? Oh, did I put any of this in here? Okay. So you don't want to put a lot of salt in there. Just maybe a couple sprinkles to give it some more roughness. But that will take away bubbles. And the sugar will add bubbles. So that's why I put more sugar in there than I did that. But that makes it nice. And this is Morton's All Natural Himalayan Pink. fine salt. I love it. All right, I also have something else. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. I wish I would have pulled this out beforehand, but okay. I don't know where it's at, so I'm not even gonna mention it. But anyway, it's something that helps to relieve sore muscles and stuff. But I don't know what to do with it. So I'm just gonna put this in here, and I'm gonna keep stirring until I hear the no more grit. So I put 2 gritty things in there: sugar and Himalayan salt. And I don't want either one to be gritty. All right. I'm gonna just put that on top of my sample soap, and I'm gonna move that over, and then I'm gonna take a cup. And I'll pour it here so I can see that. See how yellow that is? I want to put it in these without filling it all the way to the top so that they'll be individual soaps and not one big Barker's candy. Let's see. There we go. And then I have a new label maker. It's so cute. It's a little printer called a Munbyn, M-U-N-B-Y-N, and it makes the cutest little labels and stickers and all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to use that to make a special design for these, because I've never made these before. I saw it online. Somebody started doing these, and I thought it was such a cool idea. I just decided to do it too. But I don't have a design already for a label for them, so I will use that and make a label. I had enough left over where I could make a flour soap. All that sugar and good stuff is at the bottom. I want to make sure I get all that in there. All right. Now there's that little soap that's still in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat that up. Put that there for now. That's all garbage. I'm gonna heat that up so I can use that. I hate wasting. So, all right. So if you just joined, we're making soap, MP soap, which is called Melt and Pour. Okay. And here's an example of what we're making. Although I didn't bring out a square mold, so we won't be making that one. We'll be doing a flower one like this one. Like that one. And that's what these will come out. And they have different things inside. So this is just a little one. I think I'm gonna make me a sample of the wax melt ones so that I could pop it out and see how, it's gonna work out for people. Because before I sell something, I try to always try it first to make sure that it's going to be okay with them for them. All right, so I'm just going to pour this extra in here and see how it's going to work for people. Are they going to have a hard time getting them out? Or is it a good idea? I think it's going to be good, but we'll see. Let's see. I have no room. We'll move this. Oh, I got a little in there too. And we're going to move that over. I can't move that because it's leaking. So we're going to put that right in the middle. And then I'm going to pour that in one too. That way I get to try them all. Yeah, I saw this lady. She was like, isn't this a good idea? Everybody was like, yeah, because people go on vacation and, yeah, you have the soap in the hotels, but now you can have your individual soap because sometimes you're sharing with somebody, sharing a hotel room, And there's like one sample bar of soap, you know, and so now you can have your own and it fits the requirement of the airlines and everything. And then you don't have to share. All right. So I guess this did melt because I forgot to look for it, but it was not in there, so it must have melted. I also have, I forgot to put my vitamin E. I'm going to stick that in one of them because this one is still liquidy. And I just feel like vitamin E just, this is where you cut yourself. Let me see if I can cut this open without doing it on the counter. Whoa. All right. There we go. I'm just going to put a few drops in there and a few of mine too, just to see what it does. And then I'm going to stir it up. All right. I meant to open 3 of those and I'll just stir it up. It's still liquidy. I won't stir mine, but all right. So we got a little vitamin E, just a little bit in there. And so this soap should be nice and really good for your skin. So that's it. I'm going to come back in about 20 minutes after all this has solidified. And then I'll pop them out and show you. Meanwhile, I gotta clean up a lot of mess. I hate mess. That's one thing I don't like is a lot of mess. So I'm gonna clean this up and I'll see you in about 20 minutes. All right, I'm back. Looks like everything has solidified and I'm ready to pop things out. All right, I'll start, I guess, with this one. It had a little bit of pink stuff at the bottom, but it smells so good, so I'll take that. And I will put that in here. I didn't clean this out good enough from the pink that I had in there. And then I just put that in there like that. And I'll take a piece of ribbon and I will put this around here and tie it. I'll make a knot. Sometimes I curl the ends, but I'm not going to do that today. Because it's kind of hit or miss. Let's see if we can. Most of the times it's hit or miss. I can't even open the scissors. Okay, there we go. So I'm just going to curl it. Oh, okay. But this looks okay. So I'm just going to cut that off. I don't need to curl. Alright. So then I'll just put my label on the back. And that's a nice little gift. Alright, let's do another one. Let's do this. Oh, that came out nice. Oh, it smells so good. That's the pink one. And I'm sure I have some pink ribbon somewhere, but I only brought the yellow up here, so I'll just put this in here and I'll put a ribbon around it off camera. And then we have the other one. Came out just as nice. And it's been about, I want to say, 2 hours, maybe. I got to talking on the phone, doing some other stuff, and that got some dye. So I'll do that later in a different bag. And then here are the ones I put in here. These are the sample ones. These are good to go. So what I'll do is I'll just close that up. And then I made a little label while I was waiting. This got a little dye on it too. That purple dye that I had. Let me get that out real quick. It's not on the soap, it's just on the packaging. There we go. And then I made these little, I don't know if they may be too big, but let me see. I made these labels. I didn't use my machine. I just used my laser printer because oh, you know what I did? I'm goofy. I did it on the wrong side. I put them in backwards. So I have to run those again. So anyway, I would just put a label across the top right here. And I use shipping labels, and each one of my printers require you to either put it in forward or upside down, and I get them mixed up sometimes, so I guess I put that one in the wrong way. So there's the other one. They're hard. And then what I'll do is I'll pop this one out to show you. Like if somebody wants to use a soap, they just, I mean, that's kind of tiny. But, you know, if you're just washing your hands, that's all you need. It's kind of hard to get out though, so I don't know if this is, the yellow come out, the pink. Seems like it's struggling to come out. Oh, there we go. So I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I'm not going to force that out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try it. I'm going to put a little soap on my hand and see if it lathers. Yeah, it lathers pretty well. Can you see? No, you can't see the lather, but I don't know if you can see that lather or not, but it lathered pretty good. Let's do a yellow one and a pink one together. Made a lot of bubbles. You can see that bubbles dripping off my hand. Okay, made a lot of lather. And that's that sugar and that castor oil in there that just made a lot of lather. Alright. So, hopefully you found this interesting, and maybe you might want to make some soap. Please subscribe to my channel. This video will be on my channel probably tonight. Right now, it's not. I have to do something to switch it from Facebook over to YouTube, and I'll do that at some point tonight. But please go to my channel. Kathy Hicks is my name on YouTube. And like and subscribe if you haven't already. So that concludes my soap making. I made 3 flower soaps. Oh, I did make this one too. This was like a sample, so I could, oh, it smells good. So I could try it out, but I've already tried these. It's the same batch, so I don't need to try that one too. I don't know if I like that or not because it bent it up. So I may just save those for wax melts because they're kind of hard to pop out. But anyway, I'm going to go get another bag for this one because I wasted something on the packaging. And that's it. So, until next time, probably next Saturday, see you later.